You wake up and the air hurts. Not metaphorically. It actually hurts. The inside of your nose freezes when you inhale. Your breath crystallizes before it fully leaves your mouth. The ground beneath you is not soil. It's stone locked under ice. This isn't winter. This is the Ice Age. And you wouldn't survive it. 20,000 years ago, vast ice sheets covered much of the northern hemisphere. In some places, the ice was over 2 miles thick. Entire continents were reshaped by pressure alone. Average global temperatures were only about 6 degrees Celsius colder than today. That doesn't sound catastrophic. It was. Because climate is not about averages. It's about extremes. Long, dry winters. Short, unreliable summers. Violent winds crossing open tundra with nothing to slow them down. Forests retreated. Grasslands expanded. Deserts grew. Food became seasonal. And then it became scarce. You are a human without agriculture. No supermarkets. No stored grain. No insulated shelter with central heating. Every calorie must be hunted, gathered, or stolen from a landscape that does not care whether you exist. Your survival is a math equation. Calories in versus calories out. The cold is subtracting constantly. Your body tries to adapt. When exposed to extreme cold, blood vessels in your skin constrict. Heat is redirected toward your core to protect vital organs. Your fingers and toes become negotiable. Prolonged exposure leads to frostbite. Ice crystals form inside tissue. Cells rupture. Skin blackens. Amputation becomes survival. And that's assuming you're well fed. You aren't. In cold environments, your body burns significantly more calories just to maintain internal temperature. Shivering alone can double your metabolic rate. Every hour you exist, you are spending energy just to not freeze. Fat becomes more valuable than muscle. Body insulation matters more than physical strength. Children and the elderly are immediate liabilities. This is not cruelty. This is thermodynamics. And thermodynamics always wins. The animals are bigger now. Woolly mammoths, steppe bison, giant deer with antlers wider than your outstretched arms. Hunting one is possible. Failing to hunt one is fatal. Predators are everywhere. Cave lions, dire wolves, saber-toothed cats. They are also hungry. You are not at the top of the food chain. You are competing inside it. In open tundra, there are few trees to climb, few places to hide. Wind carries your scent for miles, and injuries do not heal easily here. There are no antibiotics, no surgical intervention. A deep cut from a stone blade can become infected. Infection leads to fever. Fever in sub-zero temperatures leads to death. Before modern medicine, something as small as a broken ankle could end your story. Not dramatically. Quietly. At some point, survival becomes less about bravery and more about insulation. Calories are now more valuable than loyalty. If food runs low, group tension rises. Cooperation built human civilization, but scarcity tests it. In extreme cold, even sleep becomes dangerous. Your metabolism slows. If the fire dies, you may not wake up. You don't fear monsters. You fear the temperature dropping 2 more degrees. This is where most people underestimate the Ice Age. Cold doesn't just attack the body. It narrows the mind. Chronic stress elevates cortisol. Decision-making degrades under prolonged hunger. Risk assessment becomes distorted. Do you attempt a dangerous hunt for large prey? Or conserve energy and risk slow starvation? There are no perfect choices, only trade-offs. The landscape is vast and white. Days blur together. Seasonal depression is not a modern invention. Limited sunlight disrupts circadian rhythms. Morale fractures quietly. Hope requires evidence. And evidence is hard to find in a frozen desert. Humans survived the Ice Age, not because it was survivable, but because small groups learned cooperation, fire mastery, tool refinement, and migration patterns over thousands of years. You don't have thousands of years. You have tonight. Let's assume you make it through several winters. You adapt. You gain scar tissue. You learn migration routes. Time still wins. Reaction speed slows with age. Muscle mass declines without consistent nutrition. Joint pain increases in cold climates. Dental infections become common without hygiene tools. One abscessed tooth can spread bacteria into the bloodstream. Life expectancy during the Upper Paleolithic was dramatically lower than today. Many did not reach what we consider middle age. The Ice Age doesn't need to kill you quickly. It can simply wait. Cold isn't weather. It's a slow eraser. It removes the weak first, then the unlucky, then eventually everyone. And yet, humans survived. Not individually, collectively. We developed layered clothing from animal hides. We engineered needles from bone. We built semi-permanent shelters. We controlled fire with increasing precision. We told stories. Storytelling may have been one of the most powerful survival tools ever developed. It transferred knowledge across generations, migration routes, hunting strategies, which plants kill and which sustain. Culture became insulation, but culture takes time to build. Dropped alone into the late Pleistocene, without inherited knowledge, without a tribe that already knows how to endure, you would not survive. The Ice Age was not evil. It was indifferent. It did not chase you. It did not hate you. It did not notice you. It was simply a planet slightly colder than it is now. 6 degrees. That's all it took to reshape ecosystems, alter coastlines, and determine which species continued forward. We like to imagine survival as courage, but survival is often timing. You are alive today, not because you are stronger than your ancestors, but because they endured conditions you never had to face. And if you were placed there instead, in the wind, in the hunger, in the endless white horizon, the cold would not argue with you. It would simply subtract, and eventually you wouldn't survive.